What's up, guys? It's your boy Aaron, aka Don. This is episode 7 of Inside the Screen. Today, we probably have somebody who provides the most value in the esports and gaming scene. And if he's not providing the most, he's definitely top 10, top 5, whatever you want to say. My boy SweatyPapi, also known as Kirneill, right? Kirneill.
Yep, Kirneill. Yep.
I butchered your fucking name. Kirneill.
No,
Okay?
that's right.
But, how you doing, bro? How's life? I
Oh,
know
I'm
you.
doing great. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. Look, Thanksgiving got me right, man. Look,
What you had for Thanksgiving? Wait, hold
I
on.
just had some ham, mac and cheese, some collard greens. My mom didn't cook, yams, and I told her like, yo, you kind of messed up. You're supposed to have the yams and cause yams you can mix it with your collard greens, and you can mix it with your mac and cheese, and it still tastes good. Like it's a good combo on the plate, but that's all I
But the
had.
question is, glazed ham or turkey? Like, which one's better?
Oh, glazed ham, no debate.
Okay, thank
And
you.
maybe, hey, listen,
Okay.
I was thinking maybe I just never had good turkey. So maybe one
That
day, you know.
true?
But glazed ham is winning. I don't care. Like pineapples, glazed, whatever, bro. It's just
That mac and
nonstop.
cheese. Yep.
Yeah. But how about you though? I know you. One, your birthday was last week, right?
Yep, the 24th. Yep.
The whole COD community was showing you nothing but love, bro. I was like, yo.
Yeah, I appreciate every one of them, man. Like, that was crazy. Like, I was still like putting in work during my birthday. Like,
Mhm.
during that whole like days off, I was still like doing optimizations. Like,
Yeah. You was in
it's
Colorado.
like yeah, I was in Colorado, and literally like the only thing I did was like go to Pikes Peak, like the highest mountain.
Yeah.
After that, bro, like optimizations gotta boom, boom, boom.
I,
Like,
I was like, bro, because you told me before you went to Colorado, and
mhm.
then you was in Colorado because like you was taking pictures. So I was like, oh yeah, he's there now.
Yes,
But then I'm
sir.
seeing my man on Twitter and the people comments, so y'all can first. I'm like, bro, what? You supposed to be on break? My man's supposed to be going to get some in and out and stuff like that. My man is grinding. But how's that been though? Like I know there's nights where you haven't been getting no sleep.
The grind, yes, like, cause it's literally like how I started this, right? It was basically, oh, okay, like I'm doing optimizations. I didn't expect it to get like this, like
Mhm. Mhm.
doing like the CDL and stuff like that. So basically like how it started was I used to do like one or two a day and stuff like that. But now due to like the amount of people that are like inquiring about it, I'm probably doing like 10, 20 a day like sometimes, and
Sheesh.
the grind is real. Like if you want to make it into like the digital or like esports community or anything like a business online or anything, you gotta grind a
Uh huh.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
just a lot.
I've told somebody this earlier today on the podcast. I guess I was like, I am at the point where I'm not even calling the esports and gaming scene like that. I'm not even gonna say that no more. I think it's just a digital
Mhm.
world. It's like, bro, the digital world runs at the 24/7, 365 pace.
Yep.
This isn't real life where you was like wake up, go to bed type scenario. The internet
Yep.
doesn't shut down. Like this is forever running
It's
right now, right? So
true.
how's it? Like 2020 has been a rough year for a lot of people, but I feel
Hmm.
like it's been a rough year, but it's also been a good year as far as like I don't know, maybe you got some new opportunities or you realized some things,
Yes.
or would you say that this is that for you?
So 2020 is actually like everybody was like, "Oh, this is the worst year." This is actually probably the best year of my life. Like, cause
Crazy.
it gave me the opportunity. Cause I used to do like network stuff and stream stuff before, previous to 2020,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't have let's say like value until like COVID hit and like everybody was online. Like this
Mm-hmm.
whole CDO had to automatically go online,
Yeah.
and that in return brought value to like what I did. So that made people realize the value of, let's say, for example, stream optimizations, like your network,
Mm-hmm.
how much latency do you have, like stuff like that. And because of that, I was able to like grow and expand like sense of quality and stuff like that. So I'm just extremely grateful for that in general.
Yeah, you just name drop sense of quality. What
Hmm.
is that initially, like, so people can know? Like, I know it's your brand.
So I named it basically sense of quality just because I didn't want to limit it just to the esports like community in general.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to expand it all the way from like somebody that worked at home, somebody like that's in a business that wants business opportunities or like pitching a meeting, for example,
Mm-hmm.
somebody that streams. Like there's the internet, the whole internet, like entirely instead of just esports. So I named it Sense of Quality because me personally, like when I do an optimization, I don't stop until literally like, and I did an optimization for you.
Yeah, I'm not
Hands
saying.
on. Like
I'm not saying.
I don't stop
Yeah.
until it's perfect. Like
Yeah.
literally, like if there's 1 inch of latency, I'm like, no, bro, I got to get that done. Like,
Like who was
so
that pro
that's
that was in the Discord call with us, and like we was in
um
there together. I think it was Saint.
Oh, Saints. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Saints, literally we were going all night trying to
Yeah.
get everything perfect for like PC, his stream, like for the internet. Like
Mm-hmm.
so based on that, that's why I called it like a sense of quality because it's just your senses in general, like your hearing, like your voice, your touch, everything that you touch, like that's what we work on, like firsthand for users.
You
So
just really that's some like 200 IQ brand name type shit, bro. Because
yeah.
that's like digital world. Like we touch,
Hmm.
we look,
Yeah.
we see. Like, bro, that's okay. That's fucking fire. Okay.
Yep.
I mean,
So
we
like
not
you touch
smelling
your
anything, but
controller.
like still, like, yo. Okay.
Maybe smells next. Like who
Yeah, no,
knows?
true, 100%. True.
But for example, like one thing that we've been working on, because like what I've realized is you always got to be flexible. That's one thing I always learned. So for example, we used to always do network optimizations at first, but then out of nowhere, oh, the CDL switching to PC. We
Yeah.
had to learn how to do PC optimizations. We offered that to the community. Perfect. Now what we're doing is, because I don't envision this as like only, oh, like technological stuff like that. I want it to be the whole package that I could like offer someone. So now I'm gathering like a whole bunch of designers. Last episode, I seen it. By the way, like I'm gathering a whole bunch of designers. So let's say, oh, your company, for example, 137 wants, oh, a PC optimization done for like all your employees. So what we can offer is, okay, you don't, why don't we just handle the whole thing? PC optimization, you need a logo, we got that. You need brand and text, we have that. We have a designer for 3D animations. We could do like, of course, your internet and your stream, for example. We could do that as well. So we're just providing you just the most quality as much as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what really like makes us stand out. I feel like.
Yeah. No, I think the biggest part that people don't know is this all is for free right now, or at least
Yep.
forever, whatever you're gonna do with it. But like, it's free. Like my man is out here.
Mm-hmm.
My man is out here helping people get $5,000, helping with their internet, and he's doing it all for free. And I just think like, yo, that's some like a Gary V type. That's what he talks about a lot. It's like just provide value, do it for free types and stuff like that here and there. And so it's like
So
Mhm.
So actually, it's not free anymore.
Okay.
It's not free anymore.
I never talked about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, like, so now we're starting to monetize it, and I had to grow a team, and based on my team, I had to make sure like they're all right to the end of it. So we're starting to charge now, and it's actually grown insanely like crazy. Like we have a whole queue system and everything. At first, and this is huge for anybody like that's looking to start a business. Um, I basically watched the Gary Vee episode. I was like, and he was like, "Oh, if you could really provide value, why don't you do it for free?" And I watched it. I'm like, you know what? He's right. Like,
Yeah.
because you can't just charge like right off the bat. Like, if I charged, oh, for a network optimization when I first started, it would have never took off. How I started it was I basically made a post on Twitter. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna do free network optimizations for this full 2 days, and whoever wants it, I'm gonna do all of you and get all of you taken care of. And if you guys want to make a review at the end of it, go ahead. Like I don't want anything in return. Just I'm gonna get it done. So based off that, I started doing people's like network optimizations, stream optimizations, and they actually enjoyed it. And then it got to like the CDL where pros were like, oh, like who's this guy? Like we're playing online, like let's get it done. So I actually did network optimizations for like Dallas Empire, like the previous CDL champs.
Yeah.
And that's when it really like took off, I feel like,
Yeah.
because they basically ran through like just the championship online.
Let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
So them motherfuckers hit up my man SweatyPapi before that champ series, right?
Yes. So basically before CDL champs, and I was mind blown too. I'm like, these guys are gonna win. As soon as they hit me up, I'm like, these guys are gonna win a champs. Because Literally, it was I feel like it was Clayster or Crimsix. They hit me up. They're like, "Oh, can you do like network optimizations, like just to make sure like we're good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like I actually can." And that was the craziest thing you could ever ask someone because you're you're a team in the CDL asking like a random person on Twitter to do like your network and stuff like that, and they gave me the opportunity to do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, these
They
guys,
trusted you too, right? That's
yeah,
crazy.
yep, 100%. So I gotta be grateful to those guys, you, like everybody that gave me an opportunity just to start this up, and like that's where we are today. Like so, and they won champs. Like that's like $2 million. Like that's
Hey,
$2 million
did
in
you
their
get some of
pocket. Let's
that?
get it.
Did you get some of that?
Huh?
They
Nah, nah.
nah? Come
I got
on,
enough,
bro.
bro. Like they literally like vouched for me for everything. Like it's
Nothing,
crazy,
yeah.
man. So I'm
Bro,
just grateful for that.
that's fire. Is there anything? Because I know we talked previously, right? And or prior to
Hmm.
this, and you was just dropping gems about how like, bro, you can literally go vote, like everything. Like when
Hmm.
it comes to this, like Spectrum is in. I'm not gonna bash Spectrum at all,
Yeah.
but Spectrum is the only internet service in my provider. I mean, in my area, and you was basically saying like, yo, you can go to town hall and vote or whatever the case may be, and like switch it because I know AT&T is like close by, but I called them. They're like, yo, you can't.
You
Blah, blah,
can't.
blah.
Yeah.
It's like, can you like go around that topic a little bit?
So basically, oh, you're talking about the post where
Yeah.
Comcast actually limited everybody like to I think 1.2 terabytes or something like that. And they were saying it's more than enough for like people to use. But for streamers, for example, or like for you, like how you're doing this now,
Mm-hmm.
that's not nearly enough. Like 1.2 terabytes, Modern Warfare, for you to download it, it's like
Bro.
300 gigabytes. That's one third of like your internet right there.
Mm-hmm.
So one fourth. So I basically made a post, and it was actually Defocus, one of my clients that I didn't even know. He worked for like Verizon and stuff like that. So that's awesome. I actually made a post about it and how people can actually like stop this. That did you know like you could actually go to your like town hall and vote for like ISPs to be in your community?
Nah. Not
We
sure.
don't know that because we're like the young generation. Like we
Yeah.
don't know how like just the law works, but that's how it really works. ISPs come to your town halls, they come to your cities, and they're basically like, "Hey, we're gonna give you rent, a payment for rent. We're gonna give you a payment for just like you allowing us to be a monopoly in this community. We're gonna provide like jobs for this area in return for us creating just a monopoly, and no other ISP can be in this like community." And then like the people at the town hall that know about this, of course, they're the ones that get the benefit because first of all, like they probably don't use like the internet like that anyways, and they're the ones that probably get the benefit from renting out that property, for example. But you don't know that you can actually go to that town hall and vote and be like, "Oh no, like I don't want only like Spectrum over here. I want AT&T, I want Verizon, like all of
Yeah.
them could come into this community." So I would suggest everybody go to their town meetings, vote for, oh, we want multiple ISPs in this area. So in return, like you don't get rising your charges per month for like internet. You don't get basically limited help when it comes to like your internet service provider providing like the best service, because if they're the only ones in your community, they could charge you whatever they want.
Yeah.
They could help whenever they want, and what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
So you actually can do something about it by going to like your town hall meetings and getting it done. Like
I'm gonna, like, what am I gonna do about it? Yeah, bro. Like literally, bro. For the past 2 weeks, my internet has like been going like out. I'm like, and it's at nighttime. Where I'm about to go in bed, get the MacBook open, about to watch some like anime or whatever the case may be, and then it go through. I'm like, bro, what is this? And it just
you got to call them up.
yeah. And the fact is, bro, I can't even use my data because my data just. I'm in the country right now, so my stuff. I have to have Wi-Fi. Like I can't really use my phone to go on Twitter and stuff like that. I can call people, but like, bro. So I'm looking up on Google. I'm looking up Spectrum outage. It's like, yeah, everybody's talking about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
why they didn't tell us? Like, and it was like it's maintenance. One night it was
They don't
maintenance.
call it an outage, they call it maintenance, and really that means like it's an outage.
Right.
Like, they don't
You're
know what's
trying to
going
save-
on, and
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, bro, they're trying to make this sound better than what it is. This is an outage, but you're trying to make sure it's like maintenance. You're purposely doing this. But it's still making them look bad because it's like, bro, okay, if you're purposely doing this, why am I not in the know of you? You don't know what I got
Doing
going
it,
on,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, why you just turn it off, bro? But how's the content though? I feel like you're at this point where I'm not gonna assume, but you're getting your hands dirty as far as like making sure everything's right when it comes to sense of
Yep.
quality, your clients that you're working on already right now. But when it comes to content, what are we doing to make sure, yo, you are that guy. You're the guy with authority when it comes to PC optimization and stuff like that.
So regarding content, I'm starting on that by doing little tweets regarding, oh, this is how you make a brand, for example. This is how you get your network optimized by yourself, and in return, like if you want to, you could get a network optimization from us, for example. But I couldn't really do content on just the YouTube side and stuff like that, video editing, except for TikTok. Like I
Mm-hmm.
got to start with that because you
Come
told me.
on, bro.
Yep, TikTok's the place. I was going on it last night. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
why have I never been on this app? Like, so I'm gonna start with that. But what people don't realize is, like, to start this company, for example, Sense of Quality, I sold like my entire gaming setup. All I had was a $200 PC
Mm-hmm.
and basically one piece of like I think it was like skull candies or something like that. So to start on it, like that's what I had to like sacrifice, and you have to make sacrifices if you're gonna make it in like the esports community or any kind of digital like
Digital world,
digital
yeah,
business or anything.
yeah.
And what that's what people don't know. They think it's okay, like you're a CEO. Oh, let's go to Hawaii next week
Yeah,
or something like
no.
that. Yeah. So basically, like I purchased finally like my first PC ever that's getting built, and once that comes, like
Who building it?
people don't realize like oh, what do you say?
Who building it?
Power GPU.
Okay,
I
okay.
wanted Paradise to build it,
Yeah,
but he wasn't available. He has like so many
yeah. He
inquiries.
busy man.
But exactly. So I purchased my first PC finally after months of like saving up
Mm-hmm.
from them, and people don't realize as soon as I get that PC,
It's over.
I'm gonna learn. Well, I'm already learning Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere. Like I'm gonna learn animation, all that stuff to leverage it and use it for my business itself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like when I'm really gonna start. Oh, YouTube videos here, LinkedIn there, live streams here,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of helped me being. I call it like minimalist budget because it kind of helped me to the end. Just optimize like everybody else's setup
Yeah.
because people don't realize like I'm on a $200 PC, for example, and I could stream perfectly fine on a $200 PC.
I think this is
So
yeah. That's gonna be like when you
that's a
showed us that
huge
cam
thing.
link on Twitter. Like cam
And
like
yep.
I was like,
So Elgato Cam Link, people have Elgato Cam Links, right?
yeah,
And for example, like with the Cam Link itself, it's like $120, right?
yeah.
And you can actually obtain like a regular um game capture or like camera capture, just like the Cam Link, for around $30. Same quality, and it actually gives less like problems than an Elgato 4K Cam Link. So that's the kind of value I try to provide to people, because if you really like for example save that $100 for the Elgato Cam Link, to the end like you could come to my business and get a stream optimization,
Yeah.
so you're winning every way. So that's what I try. You
Ooh.
see what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I try
yeah.
to provide so much value to people that in the end, like you're gonna have so much money saved up from that value that you could come to my business and like get a stream optimization or a network optimization
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So that's really how I think of like just doing like content and stuff like that. But people don't realize like I'm coming. Like
Yeah, no,
like I
I
am
know. I've
coming.
been
Like
seeing a lot more threads lately. I'm like, okay,
yep.
buddy. I can't wait till it's like literally a TikTok video of you like, yo, okay, guys, I'm gonna teach you how to do 5 steps on how to blah 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 blah. I'm like, yo,
Yep.
it's dummy time now. But I honestly though, I'm happy for this. Like, I think
hmm
this is just super powerful as far as like I don't know. I think there's esports and gaming scene is just this is a if it's not a fact, it's almost damn near right. It's very dominated
hmm
by the white and Asian,
hmm
and so it's glad to see people of color, black people, being
Yep.
leaders and being pioneers in their own lane, right? Because I feel like everybody wants to be a gamer, but everybody's not
Yeah,
investing
exactly.
for that you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, I feel like esports and gaming scene has already a lot of gamers right now. What we need now is people like you, people like me, people like graphic designers, editors, like go help them make content better.
Exactly.
That's what's needed right now. And so I think just seeing sense of quality, bro. First, the name is just fire as well,
That's
but like
quality.
understanding who's behind it and how you've done that, it's like, bro, like this is gonna be a story you tell somebody like 5 years from now. You're like, when you're walking in a CDL event and everybody knows you, and like they're like, yo, how do you know all these people, bro? Don't worry about it, young buck.
Don't worry.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about it, young buck.
But people were really like confused on the name. I'm like glad like you asked me that because they're like, you do network optimization. Why didn't you name it like SenseNet or
Nah,
esportsnet or something like that? And I'm like,
that sounds like
if
some
you're
Ben 10
doing
shit.
like if you're doing like some kind of business, you want the name and the brand to be like on timeless, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was like creating like just a brand in general, I was like, I don't want it to only be like you. Yeah, I could make it only for like the esports people, but like, what about those people that just generally worked at home and just wants like help with their just computer or whatever?
Yeah.
So that'll just be like a bigger marketplace, I feel like, and just it will help me like help more people in it. So that's really like how I created it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I can remember the time I hit you up. I'm like, 1:37 p.m. I actually saw you from like when you did just a whole story about Paradox,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Paradox like we were really like tight at that time. So I'm like, yo, why don't I just give you a network optimization real
Yeah.
quick?
I was surprised when you hit me.
And
I was like, yo, wait, really? Hold up.
yeah, so
How
I'm like,
you?
yo, let me just give you a network optimization real quick. And that's the kind of things that you have to do. Like, I didn't ask, for example, did I ask you to be on like this podcast?
Nah.
Did I ask you for anything in
Nah.
return?
Nah.
That's the kind of things you have to
Yeah.
do like for people just to provide value to people. So that's really what I feel like from a business standpoint, like what you have to do to the end. And you have to, what people don't realize is like you have to provide more value
Mm-hmm.
than what you're getting in return. And one day you'll make money off of it.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to go through like the grind. What are you gonna sacrifice for it? Like
Yeah.
not how many nights in a row are you gonna like be
Yeah.
off? Like
Yeah.
so yeah.
No, 100%. How old are you, bro? If you don't mind sharing.
I'm actually 24. Yes,
Oh, you
sir.
still a young buck, bro. You still a young buck in the scene. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of old heads are like. I think that's the new term for old heads now. If you're 28 and above, you're old head.
Really?
Is that?
What?
I don't know. I might have to make this a clip and ask like, yo, if you're 28 and above, are you an old head now?
If you're 40, I feel like if you're 50 and above, that's when you're like really because you could be 40 and you could start a business.
In
Like
real,
you could
no true, but in real life, that's like old head, right? But like in the
true.
digital world, right? Like when do we start
Mm-hmm.
calling people old heads? And the reason I'm saying that is because I honestly believe, bro, we're gonna see people finally realize that the digital world is a different quantum
Completely different
from
thing.
like in real life. You know, like people are trying to compare esports to sport. You can't do that. Two
You
different
can't.
things, two different communities, two different ways of like you just can't do that. Game into like whatever else in real life. You just can't do that. Analysis names to real life names. It's like people say, "Why your name is Don?" It's like, bro, it's just digital stuff.
It's just
I'm just
done.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm preparing. Like this is some cyberpunk shit to me. It's like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking my like Don. Everybody knows my name's in articles. My names are in clips. People know me by Don and Aaron. Don't get it twisted. This is my cyberpunk name, like
Yep.
stuff like that. But next 5 years, what is your goals for sense of quality yourself as a entrepreneur?
Next 5 years. I was actually thinking about this like during like my hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal in the next 5 years is probably to provide businesses with the whole like echelon. So let's say, for example, a league starts up, Rocket League, like they create a league just like the CDL, for example. Who are you gonna come to when you need like your graphics done, your network done, your like streams done? Who do you need to like have your players touch base with to grow their brand? And that's gonna be sense of quality. For example, like let's say a business like I don't know, like Walmart. Walmart wants to like become just the next like Amazon and finally like expand their stores. I'm gonna have back end web designer that could do that. I'm gonna have a front end web designer that could help them. I'm gonna have like network optimize. They could actually leverage just network optimizations on their store, which is exclusive to like Amazon, for example. So you can only get it from Walmart instead of Amazon. So they could do that kind of stuff. So like in the end, I feel like it's probably gonna be, I would say, the Amazon of probably gonna be like the Amazon of the esports world, where like a
Ooh.
player could come in, they see the website, and you can get literally anything you need. What do we have that you can't obtain? So
Yeah.
you can get your designs, you could get like your stream overlays, you can get everything that you would need. And plus we'll give like little just blogs or like statements here and there of where you can save money to get what you need.
Mm-hmm.
So example, like how I
Yep.
said, like the Elgato Cam Link, for example, you don't have to
Yeah.
get a Cam Link, you can get this. So that'll save you money in return. So it'll just be easier for people to grow brands. It'll be easier for people like 40 plus that, or like
Mm-hmm.
boomers, for example, integrate into like the digital space.
Yeah.
It'll just be easy. It's just a platform that everybody can just jump on, and you don't have to worry about all the technicality stuff. We take care of that for you.
Yeah.
You just click play on your PC and that's it. That's
I'm,
all you got to worry
I'm gonna
about.
be honest too. I feel like you're in your own domain right now. I'm seeing a lot of content agencies where they like social media manager groups and stuff like that. But I think when it comes to you, because I was gonna ask you like who you think your competition is, and then I'm just thinking like who is this competition? I don't think
I was thinking about that.
any competition in your lane right now. Like I think you have authority of this space as of right now, and that's why I'm brushing you on this content, because once you get that content, there's no like somebody just can't come into this and be like yo, because you know how sometimes people just start, you know, they just get the cornbread or whatever the case may be. They walk in and everybody say yo, I need this, yeah, and then they become the man. Towards like yo, what happened to OG? OG was here. Don't get it twisted.
A long time ago. Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's where content comes into play. And content is super important right now. You know,
it's the number one thing. Yeah, it's literally the number one thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, so you're asking who are my competitors?
Yeah.
I used to think about that question all the time because I used to have competitors, for example, for the network stuff. But how I was thinking of it was, like what I do, for you to be successful in a business, you can't be looking at any kind of competition that you have. You have to focus on like what you do and like where you're gonna go. So for someone from a network optimization business, like for example me from Sense of Quality, to start bringing on designers and stuff like that, nobody would actually like think about that. Why would I bring on like designers? It's because I wasn't thinking to only like expand on one area, just network optimizations. I'm looking to expand Amazon, the whole thing. So I feel like for my competition, I mean, on the network area, I feel like I have a few.
Yeah.
On like the PC side, of course, like there's people that fix PCs and stuff like that. But you gotta ask yourself, like, for example, what we did all night, is someone gonna do that for you in like the regular PC community? Like, or are they gonna stay up all night to make sure like you get covered and stuff like that? So that's why it's like quality. The content, oh yeah, it's I'm gonna start doing that. Like you're forcing me to make a TikTok and stuff like that, so I'm gonna
I'm telling you, listen, I feel like if you make one good banger, bro, like, it could be your first video. I feel like it might reach a mil. I'm so serious. I think it might reach a mil because people be like, yo, what the? I mean, of course you're gonna have some like the haters, not even the haters, but the combaters who's gonna push the impressions up for you. Like, no, if you do this, it's gonna happen. But it doesn't.
And that
matter.
Actually helps you to
exactly.
End, so I mean, like
understand that part. Like, okay, bro, I'm not gonna respond to you. Maybe I should though, because that would help their impressions also. But whatever the case may be, when that TikTok comes, I'm like, yo, this fucking guy.
So I have a question for you. Like, let's say Sense of Quality, right? Network optimization, stream, like PC optimizations, did content. What's your predictions of what it will be like in the future, from like an outside perspective? Yeah,
I think he's gonna take over. I think you're gonna be number one, or you're gonna be the guy that if you're not number one, because another big brand comes to step in, like maybe AT&T wants to like starts collabing with, I don't know, orgs, whatever the case may be. You're still gonna be that go-to guy. I'm like, yo, is this shit right? If you start making content, I think you're gonna win, bro. I just think I don't want to gas you too much. Content. It's just that's it. And even if I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say if you don't make content, you're not gonna because you're doing it already. But I just feel like if you do start doing content, you're gonna lock in that spot as far as like, yo, come fuck with
Forever.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because then your resume becomes the content. Like you don't
That.
need.
Oh, I never thought of it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Like.
that's like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think of. Like I feel like in the future or just now, like your views are your resume. How much attention can you uphold? Just,
That is true.
you know what I'm saying?
Done with it. Okay,
You know what
like
I'm
that's a clip right there. Like,
saying?
wait, so your resume is your content. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So yeah, like I'm gonna start on that immediately. Like, people don't know. Like, literally, you have to make so much sacrifices in this industry. Like, you made sacrifices. For example,
Yeah.
you went to New York. You didn't know what was gonna happen. You
Yeah.
just did it.
People be asking
Like,
me like, how did you get it, bro? Dead ass had $200. I was like, fuck it. We about to go to New York. Airbnb,
just
hotel. I was listen. I'm from a world where it's either you know how to finesse or you get finesse. So when I went to New York, it was no different. It was like, yo, I'm either about to finesse or I'm gonna get finesse, and we ain't going outside. So I was like, yo, we going to New York, Airbnb, hotel. But it was some nights I was almost about to sleep at the train station. People, every time I say that part, people think I'm tripping. I'm like, yo, dead ass. I almost stepped at a train station. And you
like
know,
you gotta make sacrifices,
bro. And that's the funny part. I was not scared to sleep at the train station. I was like, bro, I'm happy. I'm happy to be where I'm at right now. So I'm like, yo, fuck it. So like for you,
because you're looking at the future, you're not looking at now.
Yeah.
You're looking at what's gonna happen to the end of it. And I was hearing you state something that's very valuable, like, and that's why I think like your content's gonna take off. You stated that when people look back in like 5 to 10 years, they're gonna look at this podcast or podcast previous, and they're gonna be like, wow, so that's like really how it worked on like the inner side of like how it worked on like the esports community, the digital community, like.
Yeah.
So that's crazy, bro. Like,
bro, like people don't understand. Like they're like, why you have 2 podcasts? One is because I want to move faster with this one. I want to just talk to everybody. That's why I call it inside the screen. Like I just want to get inside on every one. One my game was more of like my goal there was to just target my chips. Like I'm just betting on everybody.
Yep.
Everybody that was on that, it was like a ticket. Like yo, this is gonna be somebody. This is gonna be somebody. And there's more. I just couldn't get to them all. But it's like, you know, definitely like say so, like, bro, I fucking love like just what he does. Like he provides value. I love it. And even, you know, of course, Arpit and Dexbot, everybody who's been on there. You would have been on there. I didn't know you back then. But I know you now. You know what I'm saying? But how about you though, bro? How about your sacrifices? What sacrifices you made?
People don't know. Like literally, bro, $200 PC for months. Like for months, I can't even open Photoshop on my PC. Like, like I can't even open Photoshop on this thing right now that we're streaming on. Literally, do you think I played Call of Duty Cold War yet?
I mean, if you're asking me,
when was the last time do you think I actually played a game?
Probably February, March.
I haven't played a game since February. Like I haven't. Yeah, literally, like the only thing I got close to, like within playing like Cold War, was actually testing it on somebody else's PC to make sure it runs like completely smooth. So you got to make sacrifices like that. Like, are you willing to stay up 4 nights a week to do like what you love? Like that's what's really gonna make you like stay in this like kind of league like of esports and stuff. And once you can make it in esports, I'm pretty sure you can make it like you can make it in any kind of market if you make it in esports.
Yeah, no, 100%. And this is gonna be trippy a little bit, but it seems to me the anarchy of esports and gaming is how much time you put in, and that's your level. That's your level system. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But like when you play a game, the more you play, you become level 1, you become level 2, prestige here and there. Esports and gaming is like, yo, if you're not grinding 24/7, 365,
you're not doing anything.
Don't expect your level rate to be expanding as fast as everybody else who's putting in extra time. But also, you better be going to bed, bro. I know you.
I know. I
got nights, bro. You better be eating and drinking water, bro. What the world? Help. Listen,
so like,
go ahead.
Yeah, health is like the number one. Oh man, like that's the one thing I gotta work on though. Like health too. Content and health is the 2 things I gotta work on.
Listen, I'm telling you this shit, and I don't even preach. I don't listen. I try to do what I preach, but like, yo, I'm lacking on the wellness part too. But I'm trying better, bro. I'm been eating. Thanksgiving got me right. I'm doing my push-ups, drinking my agua. You know what I'm saying? We gotta live, bro. We gotta be out here looking young, bro. I'm saying.
True.
Can't be having the bags okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But that's what. Like Hex said one thing in like one of his podcasts that was really like inspirational to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, okay, like if you're willing to work 5 days a week, that's cool. Like you could work 5 days a week, like whatever you want. But just know there's like somebody out there. There's like someone like me out there
Yeah, the
or you out
dogs.
there
Yeah, the
that's
dog.
literally gonna be 24/7.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm gonna work with all these like
Mm-hmm.
people right here. I'm gonna do this, and that, and I'm not even paying attention. Like you don't even pay attention to your competition.
No.
You don't. We don't pay attention to our competition at all. We're just getting it done.
Yeah.
Those are gonna be the people that like really win,
Yeah.
like in esports. That's what you gotta really be, and that's what I try to like preach to players that are trying to make it pro because I work with a lot of them, amateur players. That's why I try to preach to
That's
like pro
awesome, bro.
players because,
I love that.
yeah, like pro players, a lot of them, for example, like a lot of them don't want to like grow their brand because they're like, I get it, they're screaming all day, like 8 hours
Bro,
a day. It's ridiculous.
I
Like,
do not give two fucks about that.
yeah,
I am actually mad that enough CDL pros aren't putting content out there. Your scrims can be content. Your 8 hours of
yep,
scrimming can be content. It can be TikTok content. And I think this is what 100 Thieves and NRG and
that's why they're different.
and
Yep.
Minnesota Rocker, because Gary's behind that.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
the Raga was actually my favorite team. Like at the beginning of
Yeah.
CDL season, I'm like, yo, they're like they're
Yeah.
doing it different. They used to respond to comments, like they're doing all of that. I'm like, wait, they're actually
Paying attention to content
like,
and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
And
so.
you know what's so funny? Minnesota has that culture. Like already when they came in,
Hmm.
it's like that culture. And of course they have like familiar faces here and there, but like it's like yo. And so like I'm saying this because I feel like people don't understand that personal brands build the brand more than the brand builds the personal brand. I mean, it depends a little bit, right? Because I feel like 100 Thieves can bring in anybody and build that person up, but also
Yep.
I think it's vice versa. Like personal brands help brands grow. Personal brands are who the
Exactly.
brand is. And so like say you're Enable, right? Like if you
Hmm.
have clout, like if you have 100K followers on Twitter, a good following on Instagram, a good followers on TikTok, it's better for that
Hmm.
brand. It's better for that org to pick you up because now you're not. Even if you're not one of their best players, you're somebody who's bringing them value as far as awareness, brand awareness, which is super important. Like think of
And
Huntsman.
this is something I gotta, because they're probably gonna watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is something I want to like tell every want to be like pro player, want to be like big brand. Literally, you have to think of social media platforms in two ways. One's a destination and one is discovery.
Yeah.
So I actually did something crazy where like I built off like a destination platform, which is Twitter, which I probably would have been 10 times bigger if I like started on TikTok, for example. So you gotta build it. You gotta build your brand on discovery platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, and stuff like that. Platforms like that early, like really early. Like if another TikTok comes out, you better be the first one on it.
Yeah.
And
Charlie already got
this,
100 mil. Like come on, bro. That's
yeah,
crazy.
100 mil, like
What the fuck?
they're gonna pick you up regardless. Like,
Yeah.
so the other thing is a lot of them like to stream and stuff like that. And yeah, you could stream, but every 1 hour that you stream, you should be putting 5 hours into like those discovery platforms such as TikTok or like YouTube and stuff like that. Like that's really like my rule when it comes to it. I have to like start focusing on that myself. So you already know it's coming.
Yeah. I'm
But
trying. I'm trying. Bro.
yeah, like I'm gonna start pushing for it. But I talk to general managers, I talk to like the operation leader at like CDO and stuff like that, and you got to think of it from their perspective. Like if I'm trying to pick you up as like a player and I'm trying to grow my brand, who do you think I'm going to pick up? The guy with 800,000 followers that's the same skill level as you, or I'm going to pick up you with 2,000 followers is that you don't stream, I can't see like your gameplay, you only tweet. Who do you think I'm going to really pick up to the end of it?
You hear
Like,
that part where you say you can't see their gameplay, and that's what I said earlier. Your fucking
Mhm.
content is your resume, like bro.
Yep.
It is what it is, and it's weird to say, but I think it's cool.
Yep.
Because it actually means let your actions speak for themselves right now.
Yep. So I'm gonna start. Yep, because you gotta, you like really inspired me today. So I'm gonna start with TikTok.
Come on.
Gonna start doing little YouTube videos like here and there. I'm already starting to make threads to like help people and stuff like that. We got a website coming out soon, so yo, you're gonna see it. Like it's gonna be
100%.
crazy.
And bro, listen,
But
got use You about to say something?
Oh no, you're
Uh,
no, you're
and I was
good.
about to say, bro, and if the first video or whatever doesn't do good, bro, that's great. Now you need to go look back
That's
and be like, okay,
perfect.
right? If it's too long, be like, okay, where can I shut this up and make it quicker, more valuable, more. I like to say Starburst content, more like when you eat it. By the way, Starburst is my favorite candy. Starburst.
You really like Starburst? Like,
Yeah,
wait, hold on.
I'm actually weird. Starburst and Swedish Fish are my favorite candies. And
Really?
people say Swedish Fish is like old man's candy. I don't.
Swedish fish? Oh
Yeah, bro.
nah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Wait,
But
hold on.
the
Swedish
make
fish.
the make
How you
content
go from Starbucks to Swedish fish? Hold
bro,
on.
listen,
Wait.
listen. When I'm starting to get hyper, you know what I'm saying? I'm crunk and stuff like that. Starburst, but I'm chilling, laid back, like I'm old man Swedish Fish right now. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, bro. Bro, you froze? My man needs a PC optimization. All right, guys. I think we're gonna end it here. He froze on me. This is why you don't tell people your favorite candy is Swedish Fish. But this is your boy Aaron, aka Don, the host of Inside the Screen. This was episode 7. What I got, SweatyPapi, a great culture creator, a great value provider. You're gonna see him do some great things next year and then the year after that, and just so forth. And so, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment something that you think was super interesting. Also, and see you on episode 8. Peace.